Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your divine inspiration message for today. So, I'll do a quick explanation for yesterday, which was the 12th of September. I did everything I usually do in the first thing in the morning, put the video together, put it through my editing program, and uploaded it to my desktop. And then when it went to upload to the online video platform, it got stuck in the uploading. I don't know whether it's because I closed the lid on the computer before I took it or what, but thank you to those who reached out to me personally and said, where's your video? We're getting worried. I got back home at lunchtime yesterday and tried to do it, rebooted everything, cleaned out the hard drive, did all the things you need to do that they say to do, and it still got stuck. So in the end, I uploaded it again, didn't do any changes, and then it went through. So I don't know what happened. And I think that is how our day-to-day activities in life unfold. Expect the unexpected and then pivot to where you can solve the problem. All right, let's get right to our message for today. We are on a number 4 energetic day. Now, this is about dumping the worries and reminding yourself that the angels are present. Messages from your own guardian angels, plus archangels, to stop worrying about what you were thinking about at the time that the number 4 or 44 or 444 came up. Now, this is a number 4 day, so stop worrying about whatever you're worrying about. It particularly pertains to people that are in business, thinking about going into business, wanting to scratch the surface of expanding a business. You've got to think in brilliant terms. You've got to think of the big picture. You've got to think of the epiphanies, the greater ideas. Because today you can pull the tarot card of the magician and the tarot card of the star. When you pull the magician has the ability to do what Jesus did, turn water into wine, wave the magic wand. It's magical. The star is the card that has you wishing upon it, sending your wishes out there and imagining the star energy and the star people coming to get it. We have to make some efforts towards what do we do to get it happening. As far as we can dream about it, we have to see it, then we have to go out and get it. My Happier Me affirmations is you fill in the blank. Weight, body, appearance, life, heart, soul, whatever that is that belongs to you. Do not measure my worth. So if it's your weight, it doesn't measure your worth. Let's go on the other side. I don't know what to make of that, but I pulled it anyway. Your opinion about yourself is formed by your thoughts. You can be the richest man alive, but feel miserable about yourself. Or you can be the person that wakes up in the morning feeling blessed just for waking up. That's your call. Oh, now I get it. This goes along with the 44. Stop your worrying. Stop your mothering. Stop your misering. No, stop your negative. All that. The Lemurians are still with us all week, activating our clairvoyant skills, getting us to see that big picture. Looking through our pineal gland, that little area in the middle of your forehead. The eye of that needle. Focusing. Being patient. But keep that focus. That focus is energy. Wherever energy goes, wherever attention goes, energy flows. Done. That's what I meant to say. All right, so I am going to read from our friend Joanna, who has her own little channel going on. I'll get the address and I will post it in here at some point. Her daily affirmation today for September the 13th is embracing your inner wisdom, which is kind of goes along with all this. And the affirmation is, I trust my intuition and honor the wisdom that comes from within. Well, yes, this is where procrastination gets in the way. Without procrastination is the ego. The astrological insights is, with this moon in Capricorn, forming a trine with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, that's encouraging us to trust that intuition and embrace any new ideas that are coming. This energy is perfect for grounding any innovative concept and turning it into reality. In other words, ground the idea, ground it in the details, and then create the concept that puts it into reality. Allow yourself to think outside the box, and then perhaps consider unconventional approaches to the current situation that you're in. Capricorn brings practical edges, ensuring that even our wildest ideas can get grounded in reality. Now, the tarot card she pulled was the High Priestess, which works with Archangel Gabriel. The High Priestess represents intuition, mystery. Actually, I think the High Priestess is more Haniel, sorry. It is the Empress that works with Archangel Gabriel, or Gabriel. So the High Priestess represents your intuition, your mystery, your inner knowledge, and she encourages you to listen to that inner voice and trust the wisdom that comes from within it. Now, you can pull your own card if you want to. Her suggestion for a ritual, that will be like a little ceremony, if you will, is to do inner wisdom meditation. Get into that quiet space of yours where you can sit comfortably. If you've got a purple candle, light it. Enhance your intuition, close your eyes, and imagine yourself standing at the entrance of a sacred temple. And then as you step inside this sacred temple, feel the sense of calm and the sense of peace washing all over your whole body. And then in the center of the temple, you're going to see that reflection pool that we see Gertrude and Beatrice standing around. The water is clear. Look into that water like you're looking into a deep, 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 deep well. And ask your inner wisdom to look back and reveal itself to you. Wait patiently for any of those images and those words and those feelings to rise up. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Write down any insights, any messages, anything that you receive. Then you can ask yourself, while you've got your paper and your pad there, what is my intuition telling me about this day, today? How can I honor that guidance? This is speaking to your higher being. Now here we go with my isms. I am blessed. Yes, you are. I am magnificent. Oh, yes, you are. I am accepting and allowing all the changes in my life with a grateful heart. And so it is. Sometimes when we say, I am blessed, I am magnificent, if we're not believing it, if we don't get it, if we're sitting from the opposite end of that truth, we just come out of something terrible. We just experienced something horrible. It's hard to have these two feelings come up. That's difficult. But by saying, I'm accepting and allowing the changes, I'm accepting and allowing it. Might not like it, might not be up for it, might not be willing to say yes to it, but I'm accepting and allowing it. That's such a great start. The hard part is getting to the grateful heart. That's challenging. So here's the other one that goes with that. I am choosing to trust the process. Another one from Joanna. Trust the process of life and welcome new opportunities with open arms. We have to make that choice. It is not saying, suggesting, or downplaying anything that you might find difficult. Listen, you, me, all of us. I like to call this time that we're in the wash cycle. You put the filthy clothes, the bad thoughts, the negative opinions of yourself in the washing machine, and it goes gusher, 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 gusher with all the detergents in it, bubbling and hubbling, doing all that stuff. We just leave it in there. We just assume that when that thing is finished spinning, the clothes are going to be clean. Yeah, well, but that does take effort, and it does take intention. If we don't wash the clothes, if we don't sort of stand up and choose the process of life and welcome the opportunities and clean it all up, tidy it all up, we're going to stay in that soup of sadness. And that's hard. We're all in this sloppy soup of sadness. Ooh, what? Okay, now listen, angels, stop mucking about with the camera. I've already had a little conversation with you. Put my hands and all that. I had to raise you up. So look, now I was doing it. Look at this. That's like energy. Somebody's here. All right, listen. Gertrude and Beatrice are sitting in the... at first, they were in that temple that Joanna was talking about. And then they went back to the tea shop and looked out the window. What's interesting about this, those windows that you see with the little squares in them? Like, there's not a clear window. It's got the... what would you call them? The little bits of wood in between. Well, every one of these panes that these spirits are looking at, it's a different view. It's like they're saying, don't be confused by all these different views. You got to trust the process. They're saying land on one of them. Okay, Gertrude, Beatrice, I got the fairy tarot cards here, and I'm going to pull one. And you're going to give me your take on how all this comes together, because it does. One more shuffle. Okay, I got it. That card is poking itself out there. I won't choose it. Oh, Lord, here we go. Now, the ego in this particular deck balances, or at least changes, or works with it. It would be, what am I trying to say? This, in traditional tarot, is the devil. Archangel Jophiel comes to bring you the joy, to allow you to see the beauty, to allow you to tell yourself a different story. Hello. A false sense of entrapment. Look, this is all playing in together. Being overly focused on material things, negativity, and fear-based thoughts. Fear-based thoughts. Oh my goodness. So you see, we have to accept and allow the changes with a grateful heart. I'm coming over here. Tonight, my friends, I'm doing the happy hour at the Woo Woo Lounge, which, go over to my website, go to events, you can look at it there. It is about looking at things from a beginning perspective, imagining that whatever you're seeing from here on out has a different viewpoint, a very different viewpoint. This allows all of us to consider stepping away from the automatic, rotational way of looking at things. It is a challenging thing to do simply because in this physical world, we've got this brain, and the brain creates a pathway similar to a computer. When you send in your request for the file, you're going to go in there, you're going to do a search, and pop up comes the file, right? But behind the scenes, those words are going in and it's searching, searching, searching. The brain does the same thing. The brain consciously and then subconsciously and then super subconsciously, there's these three parts, actually sees and does everything, pulls it all in and doesn't really filter it. It's just like, just pulls it in. When we dream, when we daydream, when we think, when our brain starts searching for a label, a reason, a thing, whatever that is, it goes to where it believes that thing lives. A good example I could use to explain all of this and bring all of this together is, imagine you were teaching a class, an art class, to a group of students, and you said, draw me a picture of a circus. You, as the teacher, would be assuming that every one of those students have been to a circus. Well, some of them might have been, and some of them may never have been. And some of them might have an idea of what a circus is, and others may have no clue. But if they are in maybe second or third or fourth grade, you could then say to that student, imagine what a circus would be like and draw a picture. Every one of those students would likely have something different on the page, something to consider. And if you imagine at the end of it, the teacher looks at all these pictures and, chooses a few and then wants to know what the inspiration was behind the picture. It's the same as when our friend Vicky does the healing art channel. She goes into this alpha brain, moves out those itty-bitty pathways and starts to open up herself to let the information just come flowing through. Come do it. The ego gets in the way of that. The ego says, I can't, I won't, I shouldn't. Oh my goodness, this is going to be too hard. It makes up those assumptions. The ego is like the student that says, I've never been to a circus. I can't draw that. I don't know what that looks like. They're not willing to go over and past it. So tonight's Happy Hour at the Woo Woo Lounge, we're going to dig deeper into that. Looking at everything in your life that's changing and looking at the way you look at that. How do you see it? And is there a reason you see it that way? Typically, I know for me, I've always done that. Like, I fall into these habits, these patterns. And then I get into trouble. Not really trouble, but stuck. Hooked. Hook, line, sinker. Oh, here we go again. Ding, dang, doo, da. What's it? Let's that go. I'm going to tell a story about how I came up and what happened to me when I was teaching a yoga class. And all of a sudden, I've got to get off the rotational way of teaching these poses. It really happened. And I'll explain that later. So go to the website, choose the events, book a ticket, and I'll see you later. Lots of love. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.